Welcome back to Athletic Every Day, day number 66. Coming at you with I guess you call this a heavy running day, and it's just lower body. I mean, it's a lower body training day. So this is 10 sets of 100 easy runs, and the intention with an easy run is not actually that easy. You're supposed to be keeping a pace that's quite kind of like 75% of the speed that you'd be running like sprint for 100 meters. So it's not exactly a jog, because that's what I did in the warm-up. I did like a 400-meter jog around the track. Lucky enough to have the track today, which is quite nice and really, really nice weather. But it's kind of like, I guess you could say tempo runs, but at the end of every single 100, you're going to be out of breath. It's going to be kind of tiring. When you do 10 of them, I tell you right now, on the 10th one, it's quite intense. That being said, I didn't find it too particularly difficult. The main thing that I'm struggling with all this running is my ankles. My ankles are starting to feel a little bit tight, and I think it's because when I try to run, I really try and evert my ankles as much as possible. Like lots of supination is what I'm going for, as opposed to pronation. I really try and make a point of landing with the knife edge of my foot first, because I know that is the most athletic way to jump and run. But I think if you do that excessively and you do it a bit too much, it can take its toll on your ankles a little bit. And I'm just starting to feel a little bit of stiffness and tightness in the sort of outer edge of my ankle, the outside ankle bone, where my fibula meets the rest of my foot. I'm really starting to feel a little bit of tightness there. Not to the point where it's unbearable, but it is something to be wary of. Then, as you saw there, I did some hop to the tuck and some rhythmic broad jumps, and I made the most of the sand and did some maximum effort broad jumps, trying to jump as far as I could, as many times, trying to beat my old previous record where I drew a line with a stick. So essentially, I'm just trying to jump further every single time. It's always important to have something to aim for when you're doing jumps or any kind of maximal effort attempts, that you've got something to sort of drive you a little bit further. Then I did these Nordic curls. Ideally, I would have liked to had something that I could have leant forward onto to reduce the range of motion, but floor was good enough for me. Today, I didn't actually have the option to do that in this gym. One of the many benefits of working out at home is you can do all these weird exercises and no one looks at you. I had a few weird looks of doing all these exercises. They're not commonly prescribed exercises in a CrossFit gym, but hey, you got to look weird if you want to get good bounce. To be honest with you, I don't really care what people are looking at me like when I'm doing these exercises. The most important thing is I'm just focusing on doing the exercise correctly. And I must say, doing tibialis raises when you do the single leg variant like this, really simple, just getting a dumbbell and tying it to your foot with a resistance band. You really do find out which side is the weakest. On my left side, I did 2 sets of 15 with 10 kilos on each leg. And my right foot was consistently able to get to the 15th rep with not much fatigue, but my left leg, I was actually having to assist it on the last couple of reps so that I could make it work on the eccentric more. I actually was physically unable to make the muscle continue to contract concentrically. So I had to assist it on the last few reps. It just goes to show my left tibialis is a lot weaker than my right tibialis. But I have no idea what that means with regards to jumping, because I definitely jump a lot higher off my left leg. Then I finished off with some straight leg calf raises. First set was 50 and the second set was 60. That's it for today, and I'll catch you in the next one.